Alright guys, this is Superior Wolf here, doing another audio commentary, and this is going to be a game of StarCraft between Much from the team CJ Entis against the STX Soul Julyzerg. And I have to admit right off the spot that I'm a huge fan of Julyzerg, and I really want him to advance. This is the Week 3 OSL game, Group A, and this is Julyzerg versus Much on the map Medusa. Really interesting map, and I can't wait to see how the games play out on this map. There has yet to be a Zerg versus Protoss on this map, and really this is going to determine the balance. We don't really know the balance of this map yet, but it looks fairly standard and it looks like a very nice map, and I'm really looking forward to some quality games on this map. Right now we've got Much going for a fast expand, getting his pylon there right by the choke, and sending out his probe to scout. Julyzerg sending out his first scouting overlord, and he is sending it in the wrong position. So it's a little bit of a disadvantage, but it really shouldn't affect the game really at all. So now we've just got a couple of these cheerfuls from the fans in the audience, and looks like there's quite a few. So right now, this is a very important game for Much. He really needs to win this game. He cheesed against Flash, who has an amazing TVP. So he cheesed against Flash, and Flash countered it perfectly and was able to knock out Much. And Much is now really, his OSL run depends on this game. He really needs to get this win here, so he has a chance of advancing to the next round. Julyzerg, he did beat Bisu, so he has a fairly stable position, but he still wants to win this game pretty badly, of course. And we see a 12 hatch coming from July, and Much actually doing a proxy, possibly gateways, maybe cannons. Probably cannons, because we already see definitely cannons, since we already see the forge coming up. Julyzerg does not know this. Much is playing very well because he's keeping his probe in the vision of Julyzerg, so Julyzerg is completely oblivious to this, and those cannons will be up very, very fast, and if July doesn't see these, he's really going to be in big trouble. Gateway going up, and July looks like he suspected something, because now he's sending a drone up, and a forge goes up, and I don't think that drone can get through. No, the drone cannot get through, and now Julyzerg's sending a lot of drones, trying to get through somehow, and really I can't see how he's going to get through this. He's attacking the gateway, but wow, this is just a perfect positioning by Much. He's got that forge and gateway blocking off, while these two cannons are warping in, and this probe's doing some minor harassment on these drones. If he can pick a drone off right there, it's going to be very crucial. And now we've got a sunken colony going up for Julyzerg. You can see, even if not too many drones go down for Julyzerg, there's just going to be so much lost mining time from all these drones. Cannon going up, the sunken has not even started morphing in, and now these drones are going to start taking damage and going down. Really nice move here by Much. It's really, really a good move, and I can see a lot of damage being dealt here, and Julyzerg's going to have a lot of trouble. Zerglings going through from the gateway. Sunken is now up, and now 8 Zerglings are going to take out the rest of these cannons. And once these cannons go down, it'll be pretty much fine. But even if he takes out these cannons right here, that was some huge economic damage. That was major economic damage, and that was just a really good cheese overall. And Julyzerg actually does not manage to take out that last photon cannon, and Much is continuing his production of cannons over there, trying to do some more damage. You can see really low drone count, only 7 drones, only 3 are able to mine without getting hit by that cannon, so he really needs to take out this cannon as soon as possible. Now he's coming in with about 5 Zerglings, and this cannon is going to go down right now. So finally, this little cheese will be taken out, but that did more than, it was just completely successful. It really destroyed, absolutely destroyed Julyzerg's economy, and now a zealot on top of that is being produced, so it's even gonna slow down Julyzerg even more, because he's gonna have to waste some time taking out this zealot. And Much is just putting himself into a huge lead right here. Right now he's getting that expansion up, and at this point Julyzerg is in a huge disadvantage. Zealot goes down, so Julyzerg has managed to clean this up. Surprisingly, he did not die to that cheese, which was a very well performed cheese. So good there by Julyzerg, but that was just a really nice cheese there by Much. So basically, I can see a little bit of the reasoning why Much decided to go for a cheese. we know that Julyzerg has an extremely Gosu Zerg versus Protoss. You know, Much also has a very nice Protoss versus Zerg, but it's nowhere at the level as Julyzerg's. And although he has a very nice Protoss versus Zerg, his Protoss versus Terran is definitely his best matchup. And so he sort of had to resort to a cheese in order to solidify an early lead and, you know, kind of ensure him a win, because he desperately needs this win here. So he cannot afford to play standard against a great player that is Julyzerg. Julyzerg is severely behind at this point, and so we're going to have to see how Julyzerg is going to try and get back. We can see Cybernetics Core already going up for Much, so he's already given himself a huge lead here. Looks like he's going to be playing pretty economically at this point, though. The Cybernetics Core is almost done, halfway done at least, and no second gas is going up for Much. So Much is going to go for a pretty economic build. I'm expecting a fast Zealot push, or at least some sort of fast economic build, maybe a sneak expansion, because without that second gas, it kind of signals that he's not going to go for that really fast tech. So you can really tell a lot. The second gas is very crucial in this matchup, so you can really determine what your opponent is going to do just by the gas. Now Scouting Probe is going to get stuck here and get killed, but no, he does a pylon jump over this neutral building, over these minerals. Very nice move. He's going to get some scouting in there. Probe does manage to hop over, and he's going to get some good scouting there. This is another interesting aspect of the map, in that the easy to defend mineral only is actually accessible if you kill a high hit point neutral building. And a cool cheerful just appeared a few seconds ago, making off a little bit of a pun on the Batman movie. And now we're seeing this game get underway. Fourth hatchery going up for Julyzerg. Julyzerg is also getting his lair right now, so it's fairly standard. He's still definitely in this game. He can definitely get back in this game, but as long as Much does not make any mistakes, Julyzerg is going to have a very hard time getting back. 3 harassing zealots coming. The second colony is going to finish, so Julyzerg is going to be able to hold that off pretty easily. Stargate is also coming up right now. We've got +1 researching on that forge, and that is definitely a signal of a +1 speed zealot rush, and we're going to have to see that, because it's going to be a very perfect build against Julyzerg right here, because Julyzerg really going to have trouble because he's got that really bad economy. His economy took major damage from that early cheese by Much, and so Much is really going to be able to do a lot of damage with this +1 speed zeal rush, because it's going to be very hard for Julyzerg to hold this off. So Julyzerg is going to need some lurkers up as soon as possible. He's going to need some sunkens, a few more sunkens to take some damage. We already see 6 zealots out here for